Yeah, thank you all for waiting so patiently. I know that the audio was cut off for a few people, and sometimes this happens. Anyways, we have loads of good news today. The first one will be about PunkPanda, and next, this another new baby that's blockchain. It's launching very shortly, maybe within few hours. So we have a lot of updates from all our great leaders here. So I'm handing back the show to world favorite CEO, our favorite CEO, AlbertMuir, sir.
Thank you, Azim, for the introduction. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's an exciting time. For the first time, I woke up on New Year's Day, and I said to myself, "I'm this year, absolute, with beyond a shadow of a doubt, I'm going to be part of a community, part of a company that's going to end up having a multi-billion-dollar evaluation." This company. It's the first time ever. Many New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, I would wake up and I would say to myself, "Well, it's going to be millions." And then I was joking around with people. I said, "Well, one of the reasons that I moved from the USA to Malaysia is because it's 4 times easier to be a millionaire there, because when you convert the Malaysia ringgit to the dollar, and then the reason I moved to Thailand because it's even easier, because you only need $31 will make 33 Thailand baht." But anyway, no joking aside, it was the first time I felt comfortable that no matter what, the lowest valuation that PunkPanda can have at the end of this year is $1 billion. If we take the first 2 months, and many of you know that we're on the beta version app. So we have a beta version app. We know that the messaging, though, is hitting home, and the messaging is hitting home with some very big people in crypto. It's hitting home with some very big business people, because we have a CEO of a publicly traded company out of the USA that they think this is one of the greatest products that they've ever seen. They also think it's one of the greatest marketing ideas that they've ever seen. The world is starved for the product that we have for a couple different reasons. One, they're very concerned about the security. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to bring the slides up. I'm not doing a full presentation here or anything, but I'm just going to bring, I need to do it the right way though. Hold on. The world is starved for privacy, because there's so many different issues of people being, their privacy being infringed upon. And in addition to that, the people that have where they're using their messaging apps now and stuff, they take their private stuff and they sell it to third parties. They're just harvesting everything about their data and selling it to third parties. And a lot of people are just really tired of it. They've had enough of it. Such as when you're speaking on WhatsApp, you can have a conversation, you can type a couple things, you can type about puppies and things like that. And then all of a sudden, you're getting marketed the next day about veterinarians for puppies. You could say the word pregnant, because they have bots that are going through there and they're just recording key words, a trigger word such as pregnant. Well, then the next day you're getting marketed to expecting mothers, and people have just had enough of it. They don't know who's listening and who's not. So that's really struck a key with a lot of people, that nobody can look in on your messages. Any of the founders of PunkPanda cannot see your messages. We could not release any information about you ever, other than your basics as email, phone number. That's it. Nothing about the messages. None of the messages or the photos are ever stored on a server. So that's really hitting a huge key with a lot of demographics. Well, the fact of there's many countries out there, India being included, where if you can give a person that, whether they're desperate or not desperate, but they need to go out and they need to make money, they need an opportunity that they don't have, that other people have around the world. And that opportunity says, you don't have to spend 1 penny. You can merely go out and take this product and share it with other people, and you can earn big. That's already been demonstrated in many different countries. We have a gentleman that he's never spent 1 penny. He's from Africa. He already has about 35,000 members in his Panda pals. And I think his coins are over, like, he's been paid about 16,000 tokens to do that, approximately. Well, that we're in the middle of the pre-sale. Actually, we're at the very tail end of it. at like 87 cents right now, or 88 cents. Let's just call it a dollar. In his first 1 month, he's made almost $16,000. And that's just if the token stays at $1. When we go to the listing on Pancake here in the next few days, if that price doubles, he's made almost $32,000. If it triples, he's $48,000. Now tell me, where can anybody in the world go, start a company, start their own network marketing company, invest absolutely zero, just start using something that everybody's already doing, share it with somebody, share it with people with something they're already doing, and then actually have an ownership in the actual company? You'd be hard pressed. And this is why I'm having people that I've looked up to, people that I've idolized, people that I've thought, oh, what it would be like to have them on my team, coming back and telling us this is almost one of the world's most perfect opportunities. It's almost one of the world's most perfect businesses that there ever could be. And then when you take it into fact that all we are is a big data, and that's why I'm telling you, we will be a multi-billion-dollar evaluation by the end of this year, just based upon the first 2 months. And you know what's funny? The first 2 months, not even trying, slowing down a little bit, because we did not want to take our problem of the beta version and multiply it by tenfold. Well, you all know that the beta version will be over with in February, and we'll have the version 2.0. And then we're going to have a perfect working app with a perfect messaging system, with a perfect marketing system. What do you think will take place then? Because in 2 months, we've had 250,000 downloads. 250,000. WhatsApp sold to Facebook for 19 billion. Dropbox valued at 10 billion. Zoom Video has doubled since COVID, going from 43 billion to 98 billion. Well, the one thing every one of those companies had in common is that they got to about 1 million registrations in their first 1 year. None of them had 250,000 in the first 2 months. See, this is truly amazing. Now, when we push the button, because we've had all sorts of people come to us and say, if you wanted us to, I'm an influencer. Let's make a deal. I'll push this out. I'll push this out to 10 million people that are following me. We said, no, we can't do it right now. We don't want to multiply our problem. Okay. Now, in February, when we say, let's go, we're ready to grow. When we push the button, it's literally going to go from 250,000. Well, actually, it hasn't stopped. We have a consistent growth going on every day. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people joining every single day. So by the time we get there, we'll already be over 300,000, maybe 320,000. Do you think everybody will be able to bring on 3 more new people during the month of March? Absolutely. We'll almost be at 1 million within the first 5 months of our launch. We could probably be at 2, 3, 4 million before the end of the year. If you were with WhatsApp, the last few years, did they ever give you anything for sharing their service? Because I know each and every one of you are using WhatsApp. I know each and every one of you have at least brought on 2, 3, 4, 5 people over the years. Say, hey, I use WhatsApp. You should use it because it's easy. It's got military encryption in it. Were you ever paid anything? No. So that's what we're doing. We're simply taking a product. We're not a network marketing company. We're not a crypto company that has come along and said, here's our white paper, invest millions with us, and then we will go develop the product. Meanwhile, your tokens will sit there. They'll have no use for many months or many years. No, this was a product that was almost already done in beta version. 3 other products following behind it that are almost completed, and that will be released upon the market within the next 4 to 5 months. Now, every one of these products need a token to operate for the subscription. Every one of these products. Let me run through these slides here real quick, because we're going to stop and then we're going to talk about what's really exciting here about a new release and stuff. So you guys know how that this works every 30 minutes and stuff. The tokens being minted and everything. This is the first time seeing this because I'm just running through this. Get back with the person I introduced you here. So there's our tokenomics. What makes our tokenomics so special and so unique is that it's a case utility token. We have 6 different products. One of them is already released. That product will probably swallow up more PPM Pro PPM tokens over the next few months than all the other products that we release in the future. So right away, starting on Tuesday or Wednesday, the tokens that you have, you'll be able to use them and use them for enjoyment, entertainment, and actually use them on products that everybody was already using before they came here, such as like Zoom. We have a Panda Meet, and that's going to be being released here in about 6 to 7 months. We have a Panda Post. So there's many products. So here's the tokenomics of it. Here's the release of the minted blocks every 30 minutes. And this is the reason that why a person in Africa with no money went around. He said, I'm going to use it. I'm going to share it. And that's what he did. He has a Panda Pals team. So 50% of all these tokens that are minted every 30 minutes, they go to all the people that have Panda Pals. Well, to be Panda Pals, that means introduced at least one person that downloaded the app. They downloaded it for free. Maybe they share it with other people. Maybe they don't. Doesn't matter. That's part of your Panda Pals. It goes down 12 levels. And it's not network marketing or commissions paid on it. What those 12 levels do calculates all the people that are there. How much usage time did they spend on the app? How much time did they spend doing voice calls, video calls? How much time did they spend sending messages to each other? Adds up the usage time, adds up the subscriptions. Because when we release our Panda Meet, for example, Panda Meet's a Panda Zoom or like a Zoom. Well, Zoom is free, so ours is free because we are a freemium based company. But when people want to go to the next level in Zoom, they're paying about $15. Well, ours we might release it at $6, $7, and you would use the PPM token to pay. And then the next level would go up, and if you even want more, then more PPM tokens would be paid. So we also add on the subscriptions. So you've got your people, their usage time, and their subscriptions. That gives you an X factor. That means more tokens will go to you than other people that have Panda Pals also. So it's every 30 minutes, 1,050 of them are ratioed out from the highest X factor down to the lowest X factor. Well, if you're holding the tokens, this is another reason. You start off with Panda Pals, but all of a sudden you got the tokens coming to your app in your digital wallet. They're stored there. They're automatically staked. Well, if you leave them staked there every 30 minutes, you also are double dipping because now you are going to receive 485 tokens that will be shared between the person that holds the most tokens down to the person that has the least amount of tokens, ratioed out. And then, of course, we have the farm. And on the farm, we're hosting the pre-sale. Our pre-sale is almost over with. We started on October 29th at 10 cents. It's now about 88 cents. We're very close to having that thing sold out. When it reaches $1, we shut down for a few days and we go over to Pancake and we do our listing. And I'm going to talk more about that in the presentation after we have some other people speak here. So this is what we are, ladies and gentlemen. Big data. It's why we will have billion-dollar valuation. It's because we are basically like Zoom, Viper, Dropbox, kind of all put together. We can offer all these services that are here right now. We can offer them Class A service, better military encryption. Every one of these companies valued at 18 billion or more. We all know that WhatsApp sold to Facebook for 19 billion, and they were a complete freemium model other than the $1 subscription per year. They all had 1 million registrations within 1 year. As I said, in 2 months, we're far ahead of where any of those companies were at the 2-month mark. Free services with a small percentage paying services? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's exactly what we're going to have. When we introduce our Zoom feature, we probably will have 4% or 5% that will move up and actually do the subscription. The other millions of people will just be using the base model for free. And that's what we want. It doesn't matter. We're a freemium model. Some people paying a subscription. Not that many, but it doesn't take many to add up to millions and millions of dollars of revenue. And the customers, from them, were given nothing. When WhatsApp sold for 19 billion, they didn't turn around and say, hey, you guys were the first 2 million that really helped us. Let us reward you in some way or fashion. Nothing. Our first 2 million people will probably all be millionaires when this is all settled and the dust all settles on this because of the tokens they've received, the Panda Pals they've received. They'll receive them every 30 minutes, week after week, month after month, day after day, year after year. So we are absolute utility token. And this is the one thing that I'm going to talk about next. I'm going to bring on a couple speakers before I go through this because I want to get down. You can see all the products: Panda Post, Panda Meat. Like I said, if this is the first time you're seeing this, get with the person I introduced you to this. There's really good, thorough presentations out there. We're not going to spend time on it tonight. This is going to be one of our big ones, the Panda Meat. Everybody in the world is using Zoom right now. There was a company in Norway. They raised $300 million in an IPO to build a competitor to Zoom. Ours is already over halfway done. We can get 5 people on at a time right now. Very high quality, high def. Quality is much better. And Zoom got hacked into. Ours has got the military encryption, so we can keep the security as we scale. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be able to scale this up to 500 within the next 6 months. Finish it, introduce it to the community. Then we have Vault, and then we have Profit and Panda Play. I'm going to come back and speak about one of the. It's amazing that we were able to open up the market with this concept and this idea of being big data, supplying a product that everybody uses, and the business model of use it, share it, own it. To this day, it's very amazing to me when I interview people and I say, look, this is Mikhail. He's been with us for 6 weeks. His organization is now over 45,000. So let me ask you, Mikhail, what package did you buy to start with? So let's recommend a package for everybody because of the money that you're making and the 45,000 tokens that you have, which represents about $45,000 right now. Which package did you buy? How much money did you spend? And he says, zero. Okay. And then your leaders that you brought in from Russia and all over the world, how much money did they spend? What package did they buy? He goes, zero. So you're telling me that your people had the opportunity to go out and make this amount of coins, this amount of money in this last 6 weeks, and they all spent zero. And he said, yes. So that's where I ask everybody.
Recording in progress.
Where can you find a better opportunity than that? I mean, we've had some people, and I'm going to just keep it to the token being worth just $1, $1 only. And between that and the pre-sale, that have made over $100,000 in the first 6 weeks that they've been with this. So this is truly amazing. I've never been with any company. I've been president of some, I've been CEO of some, I've been big leader in some. I've never seen a company that opens up and launches, and within 2 months, you got about 10 different leaders. So these are all completely separate teams that have grown organizations over 10,000. 10,000 seems like it's such a small little number because the magic number seems to be 500 to 1,000. When an organization gets to 500 to 1,000, it just starts taking on a life of its own. And when they get to 2,000, 3,000, they start growing by 300 to 500 people every day. And when they get to 10,000, they start growing by 1,000 to 3,000 a day. So it's just truly amazing what people can do and accomplish when you give them the right system and you give them a fair playing ground. So I'm just so amazed that we can have 10 people grow and scale that big. Well, I told you we had 250,000 downloads. They had to come from somewhere, and they had to be referred, and they had to be invited because there's no way to download this app without being invited to it. You have to have that invite code unless you're migrated over from a whole company that was in place. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring on Dr. Raju because right now we have something very exciting that's going to be released. It's the world's fastest blockchain. So I'll let Dr. Raju come on and he can tell you everything that's going on with ITC Global and what's going on with the DARTS blockchain actually being released and promoted. Dr. Raju, if you could come on and speak to everybody, tell them what you think about PunkPanda, the exciting news on DARTS blockchain.
Yes, Albert. Hi to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Really, it's very excited, and we all has entered into the new year 2022. Really, it's a very excitement, and really, it's a great thing. As you all know that. Okay. Thank you, Azim. Yes. In this new year, the darts is going to launch, and as you all know that in PunkPanda we all are enjoying like anything. We all are mind blowing. We never thought that this much of a strong the base will be on PunkPanda, but we all are very much blessed, and we all are very happy to have PunkPanda in our life, and now darts blockchain. the fastest blockchain, DARTS blockchain, was the pre-sale has been launched, and it is a very great thing that DARTS is going to rule the world in the crypto industry, because no any other blockchain has so fast, so speed, and it is a very fantastic, mind-blowing system which is launched in DARTS blockchain. So everyone should be very much excitement of the DARTS blockchain, and this DARTS blockchain was created with the ITC community, ITC members, and the founders of the ITC. It is a very great thing. It's a very great pleasure to have DARTS blockchain in our life. And friends, you all should believe this. This is not a scheme, scam, or anything. It is a purely career based system. ITC Global is a purely career based system. Because of ITC Global, lot of good things are coming into our life, and 2022 is going to change, and 2021 we have based a strong basement. We have created a very strong base to each and everyone through PunkPanda, through ITC Global. Now in the 2022 we all are going to enjoy the fruit of PunkPanda, ITC Global, and the DARTS is going to launch, and with the DARTS blockchain, lot of beautiful things are going to come on our blockchain. It is a very great, very great to know that we all are the part of this wonderful system, wonderful program. And as you all know, the people who are very strong behind this is very good technical team, very strong team, which which they have launched the system. Really, it's a very hats off to all the technical team who has done a great job of DARTS blockchain. And really, it is my honor. I'm very much happy to be as a part of this wonderful system and wonderful program. And really, and TW Dawson is a great personality. Mr. AlbertMuir, lots of people are here. Sister Detin, lots of people are here. We all are here to give the best system, best program to the world. Show that very strong. We are going to change. We are going to rule the world through this system. We are having a very strong, great weapon. So with this system, we are going to change the world in the crypto industry. Really, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Albert, for giving this wonderful, great opportunity. We all should travel together and achieve all our dreams, all our goals through the beautiful system of ITC Global, DARTS blockchain, and PunkPanda. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity,
You're very welcome.
Albert.
Very
Thank you very
welcome.
much.
And after this video, I'm going to have Mikhail speak. So, Mikhail, get ready after this video. Okay, looks like the video went off. Mikhail, if you could come on and share with these good people how the opportunity for PunkPanda has been treating you and everything that you're doing. Mikhail? Oh, there he is. How are you
Okay.
doing today, sir?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, sir. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. How's PunkPanda treating you, sir?
Well, first of all, I would like to say thank you, Albert, for introducing me to such great opportunity. And I think everybody who is listening to this conversation or this recording should call the person, man or a lady, who introduced you to this business and thank them. In 41 years, it's already over than 41 years I've been working in the network marketing arena, and I did pretty well, pretty good, but I never saw such an opportunity. Like you just made an example, how much cost me to come and join this business? Nothing, zero. I'm probably gonna break 47,000 people on my 12 levels today, and only God knows how many I have beyond my 12th level. On my 12th level, I think I have already almost 4,000 people. It's so easy. You just need to open up your mouth. I mean, guys, we have a gift of life in our hands, and everybody needs to know about it. I've been in the jewelry industry for about 38 years. I used to own two jewelry stores, and every time I would see a customer or a person come to my store, I saw a dollar sign. I don't see that anymore because now I'm making money by helping others. It's incredible. I mean, what else can be as good as that? I mean, if somebody doesn't see it, please excuse my language, but they're brain dead. It's the best opportunity I ever saw in my life. That's all I like to say. Thank you, everybody.
Yep. Hold on, Mikhail. How has it been when like you approach really, really big leaders? Like in the past, if you approach them, you'd be like kind of shaking a little bit because if they come on your team, they're going to change everything for you. I have found that when we approach really big leaders, one way or another, they get involved. They may get involved in, hey, I'm going to jump in this with both feet, or I'm going to get my group switched over. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm definitely going to get all my groups switched from WhatsApp to PunkPanda and get them involved. I found companies that have slowed down. They keep everything intact, and they say, you know what? This would add income to all my people, and it wouldn't cost anything. This is a no-brainer, as like you're saying. How have you found? Have you found the same thing?
It's so easy. I mean, it was people. I know some people who did very well in the network marketing. I'm talking about 7-figure earners. And before, I was kind of, I cannot say I was afraid, but I didn't have enough confidence to talk to them. So I'm going to give you an example. This has happened actually beginning of this week. One of my distributor, he asked me to talk to one of his friends, and his friend just happened to be, he's a 7-figure earner in another company. And I cannot tell his name yet. I promise him he works like undercover for now because of the policy in the company he works. But we did a Zoom, so he opened up his screen and he showed me how much money he makes already. It was like, wow. And then he just asked me a question. He said, Mikhail, I already see the opportunity is great. Tell me, what do I need to do to make $1 million in a year? So I need to show him for 1 year what he needs to do. And I told him, you know what? I opened up my screen and I said, just introduce 3 people. And first month and the next month, tell all these 3 people to do exactly the same. And that's pretty much a year later, he probably, with my calculation based on how much I make PPM every day, he probably going to make with this organization $1.8 million. He told me, okay, Michael, thank you very much. I already got what I want to hear, and he hung up. Next day, the friend who asked me to talk to him called me. He said, man, this guy already brought 500 people in one, excuse my French, freaking day. 500 people. This is the man already making 7-figure income. This is the person who people only love to be in his shoes, and most of them will never get there. He come on board just because of this business. It's like so easy to talk to anybody.
Yes. And Michael, you don't have to be modest. We all know that you've done 7 figures before, and you'd have many, many opportunities. And this is the one you chose. So we thank you. Thank you for your leadership, sir.
Thank you.
Yes. And then if I could have Datin Zam come on and tell us how it's That was fantastic. I think that was from Russia right there. Anyway, Datin Zam, could you come on and tell us what it's like in Indonesia, Malaysia? Give us a report there. And ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do right now is go to YouTube, type in the word PunkPanda. Your thumb will get tired scrolling through all of the posts that have been put there. All of these posts by high-profile players that are saying that this is one of the greatest opportunities of 2022. Many of them are saying it's the absolute best opportunity for 2022. Hands down, nothing even coming close to it. So Datinzam, if you could come on and tell all these good people what you're experiencing, thank you.
Okay, good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon to all of you, and Happy New Year to those I've not seen yesterday during my Zoom. Yeah. Okay. As far as Malaysia and Indonesia is concerned, we are doing pretty good, very good indeed. Yeah, especially on the both of it, not only PunkPanda, but both with ITC. Yeah, because we know that our blockchain is coming up, so I'm pushing a lot of ITC because of the blockchain, and of course, with all our PunkPandas we are doing pretty good. We have a few thousand now, but it will accumulate, it will double up and everything. But because what is the problem in Malaysia at the moment, because of the floods are all over Malaysia. Yeah, all over Malaysia, lots of our people have lost everything completely. Yeah, so I slowed down a little bit in Malaysia, but I keep on promoting the ones in Indonesia. Yeah, Indonesia is doing pretty good. They can't wait to see me over there, but it's just that I cannot cross the border. Yeah, so we have to do only on Zoom. See, the thing is, I said, PunkPanda is something good, especially for the unfortunate people who don't have enough cash for the family and everything. So this is what I promote. I promote to NGOs. I promote to people who needs the cash. Yeah. So in fact, I have one from Indonesia today who asked me, Datin, is it okay when they have the token, I'll buy over the token and I give them cash because they don't know what to do with it. I said, well, if it's your team, why not? You can do it when it is okay, when we are already on exchange. Yeah, you can always transfer your e-wallet. That's not a problem at all. So this is how it's going to be, because we are going to help the unfortunate. We are going to have a lot of poor people with PunkPanda. Yeah, and of course, I said, whatever you earn from PunkPanda, reserve some for ITC so that you can have both. Yeah, you can have both, or maybe three, all the three, the ITC, the PunkPanda, as well as our blockchain. Yeah. This is very, very, very important. You want to go up, you want to go further, you want to really push yourself up for 2022, you have to do all this together. Don't concentrate only on one. Don't just focus on one and you forget about the other. Yeah. This is what I see. A lot of people are focusing now only on one, but please don't focus only on one. Focus on all what you have. This is what I'm telling the people in Indonesia as well as Malaysia. Yeah. So I know that this year is the best year, and thank you to Albert as well as my brother Ratna, who invited me into ITC and PunkPanda. Yeah. And I know that we are going to do it very well this year. Yeah. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Thanks to Azim who has been helping me with all the Zoom and everything. Yeah. So I most probably will have to do a lot of Zoom for Indonesia soon, very, very soon, because there are thousands of people down there this coming into PunkPanda. And of course, every one of them is going to move into ITC too. Yeah. So this is what I told Dr. Ratna today, that I'm moving all of them to ITC from PunkPanda. So we have to move both together. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's the best I can say about PunkPanda, about ITC and blockchain. That we are still waiting. When is the pre-sale, Dr. Ratna? When is the pre-sale? We are waiting. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, we are.
Thank you and good night.
Yep. Love your enthusiasm and congratulations on your multiple thousands of people that are in your group from India and Indonesia and Malaysia. And it looks like he's put up a little graphic here or another video. Nice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me get back here to the presentation and then we'll wrap this up. And before we go, we'll hear from our Chief Communications Officer. And oh boy, where is my? It's not there. I'll just have to talk about it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so Panda Play. Ladies and gentlemen, if you read our roadmap, you see that we've hit every one of the targets so far of what we wanted to do. The pre-sale is almost over with, so I'll talk about that after this, okay? I think it's at 88 cents. Many of you know there's probably just a few thousand more tokens left, and it'll be at $1. We shut down for a few days, and then we'll be going over to Pancake to do the listing. We're going to be making a big public promotion on that. You'll hear about that from our CCO here very soon. And the listing will start at $1. And as we've told everybody in this pre-sale, we started at 10 cents to go to $1. The $1 is the starting point. That's when finally now the whole public will know. Everything so far has just been done with our members with the pre-sale. But on Christmas Day, we launched Panda Play. And we informed everybody that we're going to skip ahead and put Panda Play in first for this year. So it was done on Christmas Day. And take Panda Post and move it to the next quarter. The Panda Post is done, but the problem, we need to have the version 2 first. Once version 2 is released, then we can release the Panda Post. Panda Play. In India, we have hired the same development team, same marketing team that built one of the biggest sports fantasy apps in all of India. How successful is it? They have 80 million paid subscribers. We released Panda 11. Now, part of the contract with these developers and the marketers, especially the marketing team, is that they will have 1 million subscribers on Panda 11 on the 100th day after we launch the iOS version. Right now, the app, you can do web browser with panda11.io, or you can download the APK version of the Google. So that app is ready. I believe our first match is tomorrow, but I believe the match is being done as it's free. So our first match will be done tomorrow, and I believe it's free. It may not be free. It may be pay 5 ppm, but this Panda Play, Panda 11, is going to absorb more tokens than any other utility case that we can provide. Because when we have just 100,000 subscribers, which we'll probably have within the next 2 weeks, we're already at several thousand right now. We started the onboarding process that started back on Christmas Day. 100,000, when we make an announcement that Liverpool's playing Manchester, because we have the ability to do soccer, cricket, NBA basketball. Next year, Major League Baseball and NFL football will be added on there also, and rugby will also be added, okay? Now, if just 10% of them decide to play a match that day, that's 10,000 people. If they just go to the 5 ppm tables, because the only way that they can play and pay is by ppm, PunkPanda money. Over there on the panda11.io, we call it PunkPanda money, ppm. On the messenger, we call it ppm, PunkPanda messenger. Actually, we have a wheel that will start turning. The PunkPanda will always stay the same, but the M will change for PunkPanda momentum, PunkPanda money. So it'll be a constant changing word there. So we can use it for various things in the future, such as PunkPanda meat, okay? Now, PunkPanda money is the only way that you can pay for the match. Where can these people get the PunkPanda money? They must go to Pancake. The people that are over there selling it, that have acquired it over the last couple months, will be selling it on Pancake, only to have those people buy it immediately so they can go over to Panda 11 and so they can play. So just look at one simple match, 10%, that's 10,000 people, times 10, that's 100,000 ppm that people are going to need. 100,000 ppm for one match. The only place they can get it is Pancake. Well, of course, we're going to make it very easy for all of our customers at panda11.io. So we will go purchase it and keep it in inventory over there. But the inventory is just going to keep growing and growing, because now when we have 1 million people and 10% want to play a match, we need enough inventory for 100,000 people, or maybe 20 or 200,000 people. So you can see how the ppm. Well, we already built the PunkPanda token based on a strategy that we would always have a low supply, high demand. We do that 6 different ways. If you go to the very end of any presentation that you might have available, on the very end, after it says thank you, flip it 2 more pages. It talks about that strategy, that we mint the token, so there can never be a big dump anywhere. We have everybody's wallets on a lockdown that got them through the pre-sale or earned them through the app or an ambassador founders or even the founders, so nobody can flood the market with tokens. Okay, there's a certain percentage that can come out. will be able to absorb all of that percentage that comes out. Panda Play by itself should be able to absorb almost everything that comes out. So what our goal is to have a token that's released, goes up in value, and just keeps going up or stays steady, because there can never be a dump on the market. So also we have a 3% buyback. Any revenue that's generated, such as if Panda Play generates $1,000 in revenue, well, $30 of that goes and buys back the token and keeps it into a wallet. And every 90 days, whatever's held in there, 10% of that would be burned. It would never be able to come back onto the market ever, not even 15 years from now. And then other things that we do is we have the case utility tokens. Probably the next thing that people will be able to take their tokens and spin them on, except for Panda Play, will be stickers when we release. And then there shortly thereafter will be the Panda Post. And we also have the 48-hour staking rule that says when you want to do a withdrawal, whether it's going to be from the farm in the future or whether it's from the app, it will take 48 hours to actually unstake them, do your withdrawal. During that 48 hours, though, you'll receive no rewards, none at all. So it just makes people double think. Is it worth me to cash out $200 right now? Maybe I should just use my Tron. Maybe I should just use my Ethereum instead. Okay. So those are 6 mechanisms that are in play: low supply, high demand. Panda Play just by itself, if everything goes accordingly, Caesar's Palace in the USA in Vegas raised $300 million to build a sports fantasy app. We didn't spend nowhere near that money. Okay. We used just good old fashioned footwork, sweat equity, and some of the funds that have been raised, and open our app. And we believe, and so does other people, because these were people that wasn't just talkers. Okay. These are people that are in the know. They are high level executives that are at crypto.com. Crypto.com just paid $700 million for the Staples Center, the rights to the Staples Center that's in Los Angeles. They were in the know about the 300 million raise that was done by Caesar's Palace. They told us that if we do reach the 1 million target that we're supposed to have, which it's in the contract that it has to be supplied to us, 1 million onboarded subscribers to Panda 11, that we will evaluate somewhere around $200 to $300 million by the end of the year. That's just one part of us. Remember, we still have PunkPanda, the chat app, the messaging encryption. So it's hard to contain the excitement. Now that you've heard all of that, just jump on YouTube. Like I said, I challenge you, go through there and look at all the posts and all the high level people that are placing these posts. It's only a matter of time before famous athletes, because of our Panda Play, and famous actors and actresses start contacting us, because a lot of people think the branding with the pandas are very cool, that it's very hip, it's very young, and people love the branding, the security, getting paid to start a company for nothing, having a poverty czar from Liberia saying, I'm going to take this to Liberia, I'm going to let people come get rice, they can give me their PunkPanda tokens. I mean, and even though the poverty czar knows his people are starving in Liberia, he says the one thing they all have, though, they have a phone, because it's almost a necessity to reach out to each other. If you have a smartphone, you're in business. That's all it takes. So think about that. Just from the highest level people that you could think of in business, joining us and doing this, all the way down to the person that just doesn't even have enough money for a bowl of rice. Talk about your cross spectrum, and that we are for everybody. We are going to bring more people into crypto, because people will start off just using the messaging app. They'll recognize, what are these tokens? It'll be the first time they've ever been involved in crypto. Well, we're going to bring more people into crypto than any other project has. And if you think about it right now, still to this day, many more people are outside of crypto that are in. How does that help us? The more people that are in, the more that they're going to need, the more tokens they're going to use, which is going to drive up the value. So at this time, I would like to bring our CCO on, our Chief Communications Officer, named T.W. Dawson, very dear friend of mine. He's absolute instrumental in building this. And if he wants to, you probably have some other topics, but I know we just got off a big call about the listing on Pancake. And if you want to share with some of these people a little bit of strategy or what was discussed there, we would appreciate it. And if you have something else you want to talk about, that would be great. Please share, Mr. T.W. Dawson.
Thank you, Albert. Thank you very much. Yes, we just got off of a corporate call about our strategy to unveil this to the world. Right now, we're done with our pre-sale pretty much, and we're already putting in plans to how we're going to release this to the public as far as Pancake, listing it on Pancake. And that's going to be big, guys. And the reason why it's going to be big is because up until now, this has been basically a part of our community. Our community has done the work to put this in place. Now we're in a position to bring it to the world. Our foundation that was just laid over the last 2.5 months is preparing ourselves to introduce this project to the world. And once we introduce it to the world, the value that we've taken over the last few months will be doubled, tripled, and even 10 times based on the world getting their hands on this. So what I want to say to you is this right here. As we're in the process of listing, figure out ways that you can actually promote this project outside of this community. I know we've been promoting already, and we've been doing a good job promoting. But see, now we got to think next level now, because at the end of the day, the pre-sale, the beta format of the app, excuse me, that's all good. But once we have that shiny new Bentley, once we have that thing with the leather seats and the drop top roof, and once we have it listed on Pancake, we're solidified. Now we're ready to tackle the world. And so what we want to do is we want to start to teach people about PunkPanda. We want to show people how big this project really is. See, we know how big it is because we're invested in it, but they don't know. So when we bring this to the world, we have to bring with a certain type of enthusiastic point of view that's going to make people say, can this really be the thing that is the best new business of 2022? Because we're in a new year. We're launching in the new year. We're launching with new possibilities. We're launching with new ideas. And what we want to do is be the forerunners of this idea. We want to take this idea into this next year and bring it to people who have never heard of it, people that don't know anything about crypto, and people that do know about crypto. So our plan as a company is to start to do our marketing, is to start to push this thing out so that it'll help you guys. Because once you talk to somebody about this, they're gonna go back on YouTube, they're gonna go back on Instagram, they're gonna go back on the internet, and they're gonna look at it. Now, what the company is gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we have the right content, the right education, the right material, so that when they look at PunkPanda, they see a company that's going someplace. So for you, I want to say to you is that be excited, because there's never been a time in your life, I'm sure of it, that you've seen anything that has the capacity, the ability, that can take something as small as a communication app and go from 0 to 250 in 2.5 months. And you know what that means? In the next 6 months, we'll hit our mark, probably sooner than that, for 1 million, because it only takes 4 people out of the 250 to just talk to 4 people, and we have our number right there. Be excited, guys. Be excited about what's to come. Be excited about this new year. Be excited that for the first time in many, many years, as Albert said, that I can say that I'm a part of something that can be evaluated as $1 billion. When have you ever been a part of something that you can say that was worth $1 billion? Think about that. In your whole life, when have you been a part of something? And not only been a part of it, but been a part of it at its infancy stage, been a part of it and have the ability to promote it, been a part of it and have actual ownership that's worth $1 billion. People live their whole lives to be in a position that we're in right now. All 250 plus people on this call right now are in a position that people live their whole life and not be able to be in. This is what we have right now. Take advantage of it. This is the year. Whatever the things that you did last year to hold you back, leave those things back last year. Make a decree today. Draw a line in the sand today. This is the year. I will do whatever I need to do to take part, to benefit, I would do everything that I have to do this year to close the deal on all my dreams. Let this be the year. Draw the line in the sand. As I like to say, burn the barn, burn the bridge, and nail the barn door shut. There's no turning back. 2021 is over. 2022 is here. Let's get this, ladies and gentlemen. And to all the family out here worldwide, we are truly a worldwide family, a worldwide organization. We have everything we need. We just need to see it, believe it, and go out and do the proper actions to get it done. Ladies, gentlemen, I love you guys. I appreciate your time. Albert, again, I thank you for being such a good friend, a good business partner. I thank you, Dr. Ratnu and Azim. I thank everybody from ITC Global, that team, Zam, again. I thank all you guys. I love you guys. And let this year be the year that we all prosper together, all right? Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Always inspirational as always. So let's go ahead and close it out right there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I want to send out my prayers again for everybody in the Philippines and Malaysia. You know, I'm here in the Philippines. Still 80% of the city does not have electricity. Water's turned on for like 30 minutes a day, barely. I was going 6 days, no showers, and all these people, their homes just gone, devastated. You know, like looking out back, I see 10 homes, 8 of them just gone. My basketball court, it's gone. Just so much devastation. So many people are. It's 2 weeks later, and everybody is still just leaving right now because they're going to the province because no electricity, no water, all the stores sold out. Well, that storm left us, and it went down to Malaysia and dumped all the water on Malaysia, just flooded everybody. So several people in Malaysia in that situation too. And I'm just hoping, you know, next year when things like this happen, we can fly in the PunkPanda helicopter and fly in the ship in the PunkPanda trucks for food and water, because it makes a big difference in people's lives. I don't even know what the people would be doing right now. Some of the people here that we supply water for and stuff. Right now it's just hard to even get drinking water here. So our prayers are out to each and every one of you. God bless. And we're going to wrap this up tomorrow night. I know there's going to be, I think, another thing about the pre-sale with the Darts blockchain. I believe that's tomorrow night. So hold on, and I'm reading the message right here. And yes, same time tomorrow night, there will be a link for the Dart blockchain pre-sale launch. So we'll know about that tomorrow night. Okay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a fabulous evening. 2022. You should be very excited about this year, because remember, as TW pointed out, every token that you have represents ownership. There's only 275 million of them. 210 million of them have never even been made yet. The 210th million one will not be made to the 15 years from now. So everyone you hold represents a share, and it's a big part. So thank each and every one of you for everything you do. We would ask that when we start introducing these other people, other crypto groups and stuff to us for the pancake, we're going to be promoting pancake launch, pancake launch, pancake launch. That you help us in that promotion. You know, you start driving traffic there also, and you'll start to see the Twitter and the Telegram coming out. It's going to do nothing except for promote when we launch, how we're launching, which should be somewhere around January 10 to 12, somewhere right in that area should be the pancake launch for PunkPanda. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful evening, wonderful morning, wonderful day wherever you are. Maestro, I guess you can strike up the music.
In the sand and the sea and the night, and we're feeling alright. Yeah, we're feeling alright.
Thank you, Dr. Raju. Thank you.
क्यों लम्हे खराब करे, आ गलती बेहिसाब करे।